The word of the week is joy!
The definition of joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness.
It is also defined as a thing that causes happiness.
What does joy mean to you? Joy means to me when I'm with my friends and family and I'm happy with them.
TJ, what does the word joy mean to you?
Happy. What does the word joy mean to you?
Very good question, Lucy. And in a year that it's been very difficult to find times of joy, I think. But joy to me is a feeling of true happiness when you feel almost complete because you have everything with you. So you might find joy with your friends, or you can find joy with your family, or joy in church. But it's a time, I think, where you feel like you have everything that you need and you feel very joyful. It's not always the things that you want. You don't always have the things that you want, but we know that God gives us everything that we need. And I think you have true joy when you have everything that you need from God with you.
Thank you.
There are many things in our lives that make us happy and bring us joy.
Spending time with our family.
Playing with our friends.
Doing things we enjoy. Doing well or achieving in something.
Making and seeing other people happy.
What brings you joy?
Amazing question. And as I said before, sometimes it's very difficult to find joy at the moment. But for me, I find joy, we're really lucky because we're Catholics and I'm a Catholic, and so I find so much joy in my faith. And I know that God is always with me, and that really helps me to find joy even in the most tricky of times. I can find that joy by having that quiet chat with God. And then God's given me so many wonderful things to be joyful about. Fantastic family, wonderful friends, and so many excellent things and people around me which bring me so much joy.
Thank you.
What brings you joy?
Playing board games with my family.
What brings you joy?
When I'm with my family at Christmas.
Advent is often a time for joy and excitement as we prepare for Christmas and the birth of Jesus.
So far on our journey, we have had the first 2 weeks in Advent.
We have lit the first candle and had hope in Jesus being born.
We have lit the second candle and had faith in him.
We are now on to the third Sunday of Advent.
This is also called Gaudete Sunday. The word Gaudete means rejoice.
On this day, we light the rose-coloured candle.
The priest also wears rose-coloured vestments at Mass.
This is because rose is the colour of joy. We remember in this week to feel joy that Jesus is nearly born and feel joy for everything he is going to do for us.
The scripture this week tells us that the joy that Elizabeth felt when she heard that Mary was going to have baby Jesus.
The scriptures from Luke 1, chapter 39 to 45.
The scripture this week comes from after Mary had just been told that by the angel Gabriel that she is going to have a baby, the Son of God.
She goes to visit her sister Elizabeth, who is also having a baby. When Mary went into the house, the baby inside her, who would be John the Baptist, leapt for joy. Everyone was so joyful that Mary had been chosen to be the Mother of God. They were so joyful at the thought of this. We are in unprecedented and difficult times.
We might not be able to see our family and friends or do some of the things we normally do to prepare during Advent or for Christmas.
However, we should still be feeling joyful as Jesus is going to be born soon.
To reflect on the word this week, we are going to play the joyful prayer. You will need the joy sheet and something to decorate it with. Take the joy poster. Think about something that brings you joy in your life. This might be your family, friends, or something you enjoy doing. Colour the letters of joy in pink to represent the pink colour used on the third Sunday of Advent. Decorate the rest of the poster in any way you like. You can use the colours, felt tips, paint or anything else. Make it as bright and colourful as possible to bring you joy. When you have done this, take your poster home and put it up somewhere at home to remind you of the joy we experience at this time. Remember that our joy should come from Jesus being born, not the presents. We are hoping to get all the food that we are going to eat.
How does this link to our mission statement?
We can remember to trust in God that there is a lot to be joyful about in life even when it seems tricky.
We can then create a better tomorrow by spreading joy around to others.
Your mission is to be joyful to those around you. Spread joy and happiness wherever you go in the preparation for Jesus being born.